Hey everybody, welcome back. All right, here we go. Comment section coming back at you. PokerGuy, welcome
what's
back.
Up? Back from the dead, brother. Back from the dead.
Back from the dead, i.e. Florida. Land of the soon to be dead. At least land of the soon to be dead.
there's a lot of dead people walking, bro. I'll tell you that. A lot of dead people driving, dude. That's a lot of dead people driving.
I don't get that. What does that mean? Old people?
Like a lot of old people that can't see the steering wheel, and then them being on the road puts me at risk. So I'm technically, technically,
higher risk. Higher risk.
Yeah,
it's high risk. Retention ponds and fucking old people.
Retention ponds and well, you know what's crazy is Wawa's taken over. For all you Wawa fans out there, Wawa has taken over Florida and has created a little. Yeah, and Wawa's
a New Jersey institution. I'd never fucking heard of Wawa. I'm not an East Coaster. I'd never heard of Wawa in my life.
But you
go
love
to New Jersey, and it's an institution.
But you love Wawa.
Oh, I fucking love it. I love Wawa.
Dude, Wawa's the
shakes
shit.
In that fucking machine.
Oh,
what the hell is going on with that thing? Because those are
that's
good.
Magic. I didn't believe in magic. I didn't believe in magic, but then that thing came to my life, and now I believe in magic. Now I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
I watched Mary Poppins. I took it as a documentary after seeing that.
You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Dude, so I didn't tell you, bro.
Watch out, Dumbledore. Snape's coming for you. He's going to kill you.
Snape and Hermione. Welcome to Slytherin. Dude, I didn't tell you.
We know it's about.
One of my sisters, I have siblings, and one of my siblings is a female and cisgendered female, so she is a woman.
Cisgendered. Okay.
Anyway, she had a baby. She had a kid, so I had the pleasure of meeting this kid. It's about a couple of weeks old. It's cool.
So your Uncle Poker Guy. Have you been Uncle Poker Guy before, or is this your first?
This is my first. This is my first. Like, so this is my first foray into being an uncle.
All right. If you have any questions, Uncle Bobby, I got answers for you.
Yeah, I don't have any questions. I don't.
Yeah, it's easy. It's super easy being an uncle because you show up and you're like, "What's going on here?" What I'd say is I do my best to not hold any of the babies. You don't want to hold them. That's a lot of responsibility. They got soft heads. It's like 4 feet from your arms. Well, I mean, not as far from your arms to the ground.
It's funny you say that. But, me being Asian and you know.
You mean that's funny because on the last pod that you didn't fucking listen to, it's funny because we were getting ready for this pod and you brought a bunch of this stuff and you're like, yeah, I went over that. Like, oh yeah, I went over that too.
I didn't know you had done a solo pod. I didn't know you had done one, Judas. You said that you did, and then you said that Zencastr took a dump on you. So I'm like, oh,
and then I'll did just a revenge pod on top of that.
I didn't know that. See, I didn't know there was a revenge pod. That's my mistake.
Because I'm the type to fight against the dying of the light. Rage. All right, I raged against the dying of the light. I fucking came back at it. I had some sweet lesbian jokes that I did not get in the second pod that I rued and lamented afterwards. Nice. I was like, fuck, I didn't get those in there.
Oh,
but I had a pretty nice, I think I added a Russian character towards the end of it that I think we'll all enjoy moving forward. I do enjoy the Russians.
Yeah, the
friend
Russians
Igor
Draminsky
or something like that. He's part of a college cheating scandal that we will.
Is he half Jewish? Later. Is he half Jewish?
I don't know. They didn't go into his particular, religion
Epsteinov.
or
Epsteinov would be a good last name.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't know where you're getting at with that.
Well, the Av is Russian, but Epstein is like the Jewish, so you get the half Jew, half Russian. Epsteinov.
A Russian Jew.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Try to mix it up, dude. We're a diverse culture here. It's 2019 for God's sakes. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not be presumptive about things. All right, so we had some changes to the kind of the way we record and release things. I hated it. You guys hated it. Everybody fucking hated it. So we're not going to
I didn't totally hate it.
We're just going to jam it all together into one big shit show, and I'll deal with it as best I can. We've done some things. So Zencastr, let's get back on Zencastr. So I had a little bit. Fucking Zencastr. Okay, Zencastr. So we've had ups and downs.
Free plug.
Yeah, we're down. But right now, I'm looking like I'm fucking running some sort of like I'm getting ready to make the new Pixar movie. I've got all these fucking computers set up here to try and like not have this audio lag that's been killing me.
You're mining bitcoins. You're mining bitcoins.
Yeah, that was I had to turn my Bitcoin machine off and then fucking run some other things on it to facilitate this. But that was the one thing about doing that solo pod that was nice. Was like, fuck, I don't have to cobble all this audio together like I'm goddamn Lee Syed. Like, that's the most frustrating part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
It really is. And
I'm just glad that you're so smart. I'm just so glad that you're so smart and talented, and you're the best.
No, you're the best. You're the best.
See, I wouldn't be capable of doing that.
Me personally, I'm incompetent. I'm dumb. I'm a real fucking boob.
Right. Oh, you don't want me doing that, I'll find a way to ruin it, So
you're like Ryan from The Office.
Dude, you read my mind, brother. You read my mind. Yes.
No, you're really good at that, man.
You're good at that, Pam. Cleaning microwaves. That's you,
Yeah.
That's you.
That's more your thing. I feel like you've got a real wheelhouse for that. So Zencastr, you're fucking trash. Let's go back. So I got to issue a few corrections. I'm going to issue these corrections, and then I'm going to fucking fuck up while I'm correcting it. So you take that for what it's worth. So we've been discussing this royal conspiracy, and Mrs. Fever has alerted me to a couple things. Apparently, some of the information I've been passing along has been inaccurate. Well, just assume that. I would say is your best bet. Well, I mean, I guess, I said the queen had 2 sons. I think she has 3. I think I called the molester Philip. I think the molester is Andrew. Pardon me. Alleged molester.
You said pederast earlier, though. That's the funny. You said pederast.
Yeah, I don't think it was pederast. So I think it was little girls he was into. So that's just a straight up pedophile.
Oh,
I think pederast is older man, younger boy, very specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
8-year-olds, dude.
Sorry, 8-year-olds. 8-year-olds, dude.
8-year-olds.
Yeah. So Andrew apparently is the one who's got to go door to door with Jesus and let people know that he's fucking got problems, and not Philip. Philip apparently is the queen's.
But he's still a chomo, spouse. Though, right? He's still a chomo.
Who? Philip or Andrew?
Well, who's the bad guy? Andrew? Who's the villain
Andrew. Here? Andrew's the villain. They're all villains in my mind.
Yeah.
Fuck, that won't go over well. They're not.
You might
want
to edit that out because Mrs. Fever might not like that.
Get that one in post.
Yeah.
But no, we got into a discussion. I got into a discussion about how we shouldn't. How if I were English, I would be pissed if they consumed any of my tax money. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's a good thing that only happens in England. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nobody in America wastes no leadership in America wasting our tax money. Thank fucking God.
Thank God.
Accurate down to the penny. Scruples. But the other thing that generally was met with disfavor was my what one may call enthusiastic endorsement of the yacht life. So this yacht stuff happens. Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Apparently, not the preferred response. So my official stance moving forward is that yachts yachts are stupid.
Yachts suck. Is this your Kareem Hunt apology here?
Yeah.
Is this what we got right here, dude?
Sit down, Lisa. I've got some things to tell you. Well, there's a reason I haven't been. But no, I really feel like yachts are stupid.
Yeah.
And people that do that sort of stuff are bad people.
They're yucky, and we don't like them here. We don't like them.
I would never... I'd never endorse that sort of stuff. So that's the official. That's your policy.
That's the Kareem Hunt apology right there, brother.
On that,
What about jet skis, Mrs. Fever? What about jet skis?
Not the jet ski life.
You come down to Florida, I'm taking you jet skiing, baby. I'm just saying, we're hopping on a jet ski at some point.
Yeah.
Mrs.
What about
Fever?
parasailing? Can we parasail? What size of boat can we get on, for goddamn sakes? I guess it's just really... it's more the hookers that she probably got problems
yes, it's
with. Probably like the size of the boat. And that's probably more what it is. It's like, I don't know. Do you have hookers on that jet ski? No? Okay, then the jet ski's fine, right? Do you have hookers on that yacht? No. Well, then the yacht's fine, right?
Okay.
So it's really...
So it's more of the hookers is the problem.
I think that's... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is a maritime sort of issue, or maybe it's a prostitution issue. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll have to
we'll get to the bottom of that later. Yeah, we'll have to do some more research.
Clarify that. I don't want to speak on her behalf as to what the problem may be there.
We got to get her back on and hear the official, like, Lisa Salters portion of the interview. We got to hear Lisa Salters. You can be Kareem Hunt. We'll get a good one.
But we'll wait. She's gonna come back when we get that My Pillow popping out of there. Apparently,
she did send me a good footage on that chat. Chat. She sent me that picture of like that chick Megan, who we're not on her team, bending over, or whatever she was doing. And that thing does
can't do that when you're pregnant, right?
That thing looks like a My Pillow. At that moment, that looks like a My Pillow. I don't know. Yeah, that right there is suspicious.
Yeah, that thing's full of fucking Flex Seal. It's just a giant vat of Flex Seal. You pop that open, spray it on a fucking screen door, and you could turn it into a yacht that you could stuff a bunch of hookers on. All right? And so that's what's going on inside of Meghan Markle's belly. That's the secret plan. It's come full circle. It's goose down. Absolutely goose down. All right, let's talk a little sports here. So you suggested that we should talk a little bit of NFL free agency. I suggested you should listen to the previous podcast.
Damn it.
I reviewed that in great detail.
What was your favorite? Give me a highlight. Give me just a highlight.
We'll give you a couple of highlights on that.
I know you're big about Jacksonville signing a certain quarterback. I'm sure you're pumped about that one.
So that may have been the lead, obviously. Yeah. So our good friend Big Dick Nick is off to Jacksonville. Take the tarps off. Get ready for fucking fans in their seats to watch Super Bowl MVP and the Brady Killer head down to Jacksonville. It's
going to be an exciting 9-3 game. 9-3 win over Tennessee. It's going to be good times down in Jacksonville.
Yeah, all I'm saying, I mean, what is it? Jacksonville, New Orleans, Super Bowl favorites at this point. Is that the early odds? We'll see how the draft pans out.
You heard it here first, people.
Yeah. I don't know.
What about Odell to the Browns? What'd you think about that one? That one I thought was pretty odd.
So Odell to the Browns. My big takeaway there is that Dave Gettleman, the Giants manager, is on drugs. And
totally, dude. Totally.
He's the fucking worst general manager since Ryan Grigson.
Why would you get rid of him and keep Eli? You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
There's nothing about anything that they've done since he got there that makes any fucking sense.
Okay.
Like, it's funny because I don't like the Giants and I like seeing them in utter disarray. So it's all amusing to me. And I know every Giants fan I don't like. I'm not saying there aren't Giants. Actually, I know a couple Giants fans that I do like now that I think about it. But I know a lot of them that I don't, and those that I don't, I'm happy to think about them suffering as they watch Eli Manning shuffle around on Sundays, seemingly taking his time to pick out which defender he wants to throw the ball to. I don't get it. Like, I don't get why you give him all that money and then you trade him away, and then you get back. All right, what'd they get back? The 17th pick, garbage. All right, yeah. The 95th pick, backup guard, and Jabril Peppers, notorious turd bag in the NFL.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That guy has done nothing except get exposed by large tight ends and people that can move fast.
Like I said, there are certain franchises where contracts go to die. And there's a couple franchises, and, like the Tide, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I think the Giants, it's their turn to eat some contracts. I mean, look at the Dolphins, for God's sakes. They signed Ryan Fitzpatrick. They got rid of that terrible contract. And now the Dolphins have it. That was their big move, Ryan Fitzpatrick. But not to go off the rails with that. But yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. to the Browns. Exciting times to be a Browns fan, though, I will say.
I mean, so many Fortnite dances in Cleveland. I mean, people are going to love it. Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
And then not only that, they got rid of Antonio Brown, so the Steelers are a little bit weaker. Lamar Jackson is still the quarterback of the Ravens.
People got 8 months to figure out how to stop the read option. They've done that before. It's going to be tough times in Baltimore. Let me tell you what, man. Like, that's going backwards real quick. It really is.
And then you got the Bengals, being the
just
Bengals.
mired in their own fucking feces. Is it the mildew in Cincinnati? It's not the
Is it
mildew
the
out
mildew?
there.
Bro, I
Dude,
will
the
say
mildew.
though, I will say, like I always think, from now on, I think Cincinnati. I just think garbage on the field, just paper, garbage, newspapers flying around. That's what I think of when I think of Cincinnati now.
And
So
Mike
Browns-
Brown's old wrinkly dick. Like, it's just those are the lasting images in Cincinnati. And the image that was on Marvin Lewis's cell phone for so long that you got to keep.
Where's he at
that.
now? Where's he at now? I think they let him go. I think, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, he's gone. He's gone. I don't know what he's doing. He's
probably
hanging out
on
with He's hanging out with Jeff Fisher and John Fox, like just fucking getting plowed, talking shit about the new wave of the NFL. Like that's it. Living
It was
their
crazy.
glory
Is one of these
days.
guys is gonna get signed to a team. Niners defensive coordinator. You know,
Yeah,
some guy.
I don't know.
Marvin Lewis. He's back, baby. He's back. He's coaching defenses now. Hooray!
Yeah, that's where he came from 18 years ago. Like, no, he's done. Go to CBS and shit on people. That's what I would do. I definitely would go into TV. Like Tony Romo knows what he's doing. Like that,
Dude.
he's the dude, man.
Dude, speaking
Like,
of, did you touch up on Tony Romo? He's got it figured out, dude. He's got. Speaking of though, what about Jason Witten, man? What's up with that?
oh, I
Did you
mean,
try to
I
touch
don't know if
about
we
that?
talked about that. That was a while ago, but he's head back to the Cowboys. Best news of all
Not
is
front
he's-
office though. Not front office.
No, he's going back. He's gonna go catch a few more footballs from old Dak. He's got on hashtag unfinished business. God can only hope that this also means the disassembly of the Boogermobile. I mean, that's what really like. Well, like the real question is like, okay, my first question that comes to my head is, what does this mean for the Boogermobile?
The Boogermobile is probably
Because
fine. It's probably fine.
As a football fan, I'm like, dear God, tell me that this means that this is the end of the Boogermobile. And hopefully the end of fucking Booger McFarland on the Monday Night Football crew. I
love
mean,
how you
he
hate
said one
Booger.
funny thing over like 20 weeks, including preseason. Joe Tessitore is good, but not with that. Like, not with that going on. It's this fucking sideshow. Like, Jesus Christ. Put him up in the booth if you want him to talk on your program. And more preferably, like, can Booger go back to playing? He's been out for a while.
He's been out for a minute.
I just feel like he should be. He's a better studio man.
I hope
less
the
is more
Booger
when it comes to
Mobile-
Booger.
I hope it comes back bigger and stronger. So instead of like a 42 inch, like instead of like a 42 inch like
It's got-
Sony, it's like a 52 inch. You know,
He's got like robotic arms and shit too.
it's got those
And
guns
eventually
that
he
shoot
just evolves
t-shirts.
into like
It shoots t-shirts.
a booger mech warrior that shoots
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
t-shirts and
yes.
fucking plates of
Yes.
nachos.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And it's even more in the way because it's even a bigger fucking thing.
It's 35 feet tall.
It's like super loud and shit. It's like pneumatics.
Gonna-
So you can't hear shit.
Fucking kills Tyreek Hill. Which Tyreek Hill, by the way, I don't know if you saw
Tyreek
that.
Hill's dead.
He's fucking beat somebody up. I think he might have beat his kid up.
Yeah, he got in trouble for that, didn't he? Recently.
I think so. There's an investigation pending.
Wait, and also Kareem Hunt. Speaking of, didn't he go to the Browns too?
To the Browns, 8-game suspension. So
8-game suspension, but he's going to be back game 9. It's looking. Things are looking very.
Here's what I'm saying, dude.
Very
that fucking,
exciting.
That fucking powder keg that they are assembling there, it's not meant for fucking Super Bowl greatness, and it is going to blow up in a year or two.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Beckham and Landry, okay, volatile.
But that's their
Volatile.
best bros.
Mayfield,
That's best
volatile.
bros. But that is
Right.
going to be a sick combo. Landry and Odell.
Kareem
that's a
Hunt,
sick
he's
combo.
going to be beating the fuck out of everybody.
He's going to drop kick somebody. He's going to drop kick one of the chicks with like the whistles on the side of the clipboard. He's going to drop kick her on accident.
That fucking lady referee, watch out, Sarah. Like, because Kareem Hunt's a fucking asshole, and he knows no bounds.
It wasn't that bad of a kick, though, for the record. It wasn't a Ray Rice, like, Widowmaker. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that.
I mean, it wasn't, it wasn't like that fucking Ray Rice thing, dude. Hey, Ray, guess what, dude? There's a reason that you never made it back. All right, most of it is
That
you're
one
on the
was
backside
bad.
of your career.
That one was
But
bad. Yeah.
it was really the visual of you dragging the unconscious body across the floor.
That
and
was
then
the cherry
trying-
on top. That was just like a little bit of like the cherry. The sundae was him fucking decking her in the chin. She took a big
Well, I mean,
one.
yeah, but I mean, it's one thing like no matter what, like if he fucking hits her like with the full Drago and then she just shakes it off like Rocky, like I mean,
That'd
it's
been
one
dope.
thing. But like when you just fucking are out cold
Yeah.
and then you're lifeless, you're essentially lifeless body.
No, she's okay. She's just sleepy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, no, you're being idiot. She's just sleepy. No.
She's just sleepy.
Which, by the way, that Michael Jackson thing is fucking.
I didn't see that. You want
terrifying.
let's talk about that in pop culture in a couple minutes here. We'll talk about that later.
All right. So as far as NFL free agency wrapping up there, not a lot of other crazy things going on.
LeBron is still terrible. You know.
Yeah, LeBron. It's over for LeBron this year. Ingram. That dude Ingram apparently has some crazy blood clot.
He had
like
some
a
back
Chris Bosh
surgery or
sort
something.
of blood clot.
I think he
And
had like
he
a
may be
backiotomy.
fucked.
Doctor said I need a backiotomy. He had like a backiotomy.
Backiotomy and a mimosa, and he's out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then
well, the Lakers aren't making the playoffs. That's confirmed. So
that's confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Space
And
Jam
then-
2, though, that's going to give LeBron plenty of time to film Space Jam 2.
It's all part of the game, you know. They want, yeah, exactly. That's really what it is. They want to just make
so
sure.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. So for a while, I was like LeBron. I thought he really had a chance to catch Michael Jordan in that LeBron versus MJ thing, and now it looks like it's over.
I just think it's a different time. It's a different time, man.
It just looks like he's never going to get there. In my mind, he hasn't played defense for fucking half a decade. The last time he played defense, he was wearing a Miami Heat jersey. Like, he has not played defense since he fucking left there.
Yeah.
And so true about Jordan. At least he fucking played D.
I think just LeBron, he's just like you said up on the last pod or a couple pods ago. He's too busy drinking wine on Instagram Live and fucking doing the Dougie. He's just busy having fun. And honestly, you can't blame the guy. But yeah, LeBron, he's fucking done. He's fucking done, dude.
He's done. Let's go ahead. Let's get into a little pop culture here. What were we just going to talk about? You said let's put that in pop culture.
Oh, the
Bring
Michael
it
Jackson
Bring it back.
thing.
So Michael Jackson. So I saw this. I watched this with Mrs.
I
Fever.
didn't see it. Just for the
we
record,
watched. What was it? What's it called?
it's called something Neverland. Yeah, something Neverland.
Leaving Neverland. So I won't get too far into it. Maybe you can watch it.
I don't want to watch it. I guess if you
want.
want to watch it, we can dissect it. Maybe do it later. But actually, just tell me about it. I'm not gonna watch it.
Here's where we get with this at the end of it is I am 100% convinced that Michael Jackson fucking raped all these kids. Right?
Really?
You know, I never was really like that into what went on there. I, like everybody else, kind of made the presumption that he was a child molester. But I never really, because it's child molesting, so it's not like my evening reading material before I go to bed.
Yeah.
To set my mind in a wonderful spot to dream wonderful dreams. So I don't really kind of chase those rabbits. But I watched this thing.
Man. It's like that's just a topic that it's so weird to me. You know, just don't do it. You know?
And these fucking people, they laid it out, man. He had this system. All right, so here's how the system works. Like, he sees a little boy. He sees a little boy that he likes.
Ugh.
And then what's interesting about it is how the boy is part of, like, the whole targeting plan, right? The boy, like, you can see a cute little boy, but if he's got a helicopter mom and a strong father presence, that's not the kid you want to try and molest, right? Like, you don't. Like,
they say you want to target in any situation. You want to target the one who's had issues before, maybe not a strong family support kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're more targeting the parents than the kid, right?
Really? Okay.
And that's what you come to find out. So these people, one of them has like a kid who, so there's two kids that get involved in this that they're talking about, and they're like right around, one of them actually gets replaced and or replaces Macaulay Culkin as Michael Jackson's like favorite friend, like slash like best friend.
Wait,
right?
what? Macaulay Culkin was one of those kids?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, for sure he was.
Really?
Yeah.
Confirmed? That's confirmed in the documentary? Or is that just like some shit?
Yeah, I mean, that's confirmed in the documentary, and that's like that's
heavy.
just been known.
That's heavy, brother. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It makes him jumping around on the fucking bed when his parents leave a little less. It takes a couple rays of sunshine out of that fucking scene.
That image of Joe Pesci getting nailed in the face with a bucket is less enjoyable to me now, you know?
Yeah. But I'm still gonna watch it every Christmas because goddamn, that's a good
movie.
So anyhow,
it's a sick movie though, brother. That's a classic.
Sick movie. That's sick movie. Sorry, I'm not all that sick. And so he was one of these kids.
That's fucked up.
And what happens is Michael Jackson like separates them from their families, isolates the kids. And the mom is like, yeah, you can sleep in Michael's room, right?
What mom?
And
the
then,
parents' mom?
Yeah, well, the kid's mom.
And are they in on it? Like, are they fucking? They got to be in on it then, right? If they're letting their child sleep in the room, they're in on it, right?
Yeah, like, well, that's a perfectly valid question. Something I have is like, I don't think that they really believe that he was doing that to their kid, right? And you got to kind of watch this to know that they're the fucking sort of numbskulls where it's like, how could you not see that? But it's like in the specific set of circumstances, it's like the way that he groomed the parents is almost as impressive as the way that the kids get groomed, right? So there's a whole process that they go through, and it basically like he makes everyone's life paradise, except like, oh, guess what? I'm fucking molesting your little kid. Okay. And so like he would take these kids up to like his fucking room, and their parents are like there, like down the hall, or like he would go on road trips and he would have the kid like in the room with him. Like it's fucking madness. Like it's madness, right?
That's
like. And
that makes me more mad for the parents, dude. Shame on them.
Shame on them. Yeah, they're all morons. They're all fucking morons.
Fucking morons.
And both these kids are like, yeah, I have a complicated relationship with them, obviously. And they're grown ass fucking men at this point in time. One of them was like a famous dance producer. And he did a bunch of Britney Spears shit back in the day, and like it's weird. It's weird. But bottom line is that Michael Jackson fucking 100% molested those dudes.
100%. Not even 100%. No doubt. You know, I saw a Joe Rogan like Brendan Shaw highlight thing where they were talking about it, where I guess the only thing I know about the movie is I guess he had like sensors. So like if he was in his room doing whatever he may have been doing with these kids, like a doorbell would go off, so they would know if somebody was like approaching like the bedroom, I guess is what it was. Like that's a little, you know.
Well, and they said that they would do drills, that he would have them do drills so that if someone was coming, they could fucking get their clothes back on, right? And then just like
fucking asshole, dude. What a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, super duper piece of shit. And the day after
it's a shame though because sorry, go ahead.
The day after I watched it, I think like Thriller or Bad or something came on. I was like, ugh, Jesus Christ. It's like trying to eat a burger the day after you like, am I never gonna listen to Michael Jackson again? Like, God, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna catch myself fucking, you know,
at some point B is gonna come on at somebody's bar mitzvah. You're gonna be dancing to that fucking song, you know?
Fucking dance. You know, it's like, but it's like you don't eat a burger after you watch one of those like meat documentaries on Netflix. You're like, I'm going vegan, god damn it. and then like 3 days later,
Yeah.
nah. I've never tricked myself into thinking I could be some type of vegan. Ugh,
I have.
jeez.
I just like I have. Yeah, I have.
Vegetarian seems attainable, right?
Well, what's the difference? I
mean,
don't even know the difference between vegan and vegetarian. Isn't it the same thing? Except maybe
well,
you eat fish or something.
vegetarian, you may or may not eat eggs, depending what kind of like where you're at on that.
For
But
the
you can eat,
record,
like,
eggs are delicious. For the record, they're delicious.
but you can eat like cheese and
Milk.
drink
Oh,
milk
vegan's probably
and-
only greens, right? Like only
vegan is no
veggies.
animal products. So if it came from an
okay. So
animal,
no butter.
at all, yeah, no butter, no nothing. Like,
Well, chicken's delicious.
yeah.
It's just like chicken is so good. I don't know, brother.
What I would say is like fucking fish. Like get all the fish that you can. I saw some article about hottest ocean temperatures yet again. So shred all the nard that you can and eat all the fish that you can before we boil them the fuck out of the ocean.
I will say this, dude, is I've been in the ocean my whole life and I've been watching it. And obviously I haven't documented any of this shit, but I'll tell you right now, like the ocean probably within my lifetime will be uninhabitable. At this point, the ocean is a giant sewer. For real, bro. Like I've been out there and
I've seen it.
like storms will come. I've been shredding gnar. And when the storms come, like the big northeasters that push all the water from the center of the ocean where the gyres spin, they push it to the shore. I will pick up trash from like Korea. So all of these are like from all around the world. I'll get like, so these fishing boats, what they do is they go around like out of their element and they just dredge and fucking kill all these fish, but they're not even local. Like there's no local magistrate that can like regulate who fishes in the ocean. It's all kind of international water, so everybody just fucking fishes everywhere. It's all the fisheries are all fucked up. All the manatees have AIDS. Like everybody's fucking dying, dude. It sucks.
All the fucking baby seals have hepatitis C.
Oh yeah,
they were fucking goddamn it on a cruise when they should have been getting.
They should have been getting a kidney, but instead,
now the baby seals are fucking compromising their liver function because they needed portraits with Mark and John or fucking Drew or whatever the hell is.
But I will say it was worth it because House Hunters or whatever the fuck that show is called is pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
It's pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
What is their show called? Not House
Property
Hunters.
Brothers.
Property Brothers. There you go. Boom. Nailed it. Fucking look at you, Mr. HGTV.
P Brothers.
P Brothers. All right. That's pop culture. That goes well. All right. So let's get into this. I want to go over this.
You said something that you went to the movies and you.
So I want to talk about going to the movies. I want to talk a little bit about Commuter Bobby. So I'm working a job these days. Working a job where I'm doing a little bit of commuting during the week. And I'm finding myself spending 2 or 3 nights a week on my own. All right. Place where I'm working, it's a bit more of a rural community. Rural.
So a lot of cowboy hats, a lot of boots.
A lot of cowboy hats, a lot of boots. Maybe a few stars and bars floating around somewhere here and there. It is Southern Oregon. There is a bit of that element in that area. But anyhow, there is a Costco in the area and shit like that. So it's got like, some credibility. I've eaten so many hot dogs in the last couple of weeks. $1.50.
$1.50, yeah, it's so
I
good.
just go and it's close. It's usually close to my hotel. It's a cluster of hotels somewhere near there, so it's usually close.
What's the pizza at, dude? The pizza's cheap too, right? It's like $1 a slice.
Pizza's like $1.99 or something.
The pizza's so good there too. So delicious.
Pizza's good too. I mean, it's like a full meal in one slice.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at
so cheesy.
I think they got them counted out there like 750 calories per.
Nice.
So if you missed lunch, grab 2. You're set for the day. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm really there. I like the pizza slice, but I'm really there for the hot dog. All
right, so you're done with work. You grab yourself a hot dog. You get yourself a Mountain Dew. You're on your way out.
Yeah.
You get to your car. You're already done with the hot dog because you're a disgusting human being. and now you're bored.
No, I didn't take it out. I didn't take it out to my car and eat in there like a pig. I got some chips stored in there, right? Because I bought like a 50-pack of like the lunch chips.
Yeah.
And I just set it in the back of my car. So it's like when I buy my hot dog, I pull out a little bag of Doritos to go with my hot dog. There we go. Topped it off.
Just try to get all my vitamins, bro. Just try to get all my vitamins.
Not in. Then I bought a big thing of vitamins too. It goes gummy vitamins.
Oh,
boom, eat that for dessert. All the food groups covered. Now I'm ready for the rest of my night at that point. So boom, I've had a cheap, efficient, nutritious, delicious meal.
I'm ready.
So what do
I'm ready
do?
for my milk duds, my evening milk duds.
Yeah. So like while the accommodations at the Days Inn are luxurious, it's the finest 2.5 rated star hotel in the area. Tremendous.
Do they have the waffle thing, like the waffle make your own breakfast thing? Because those are
they
the
do.
shit. Okay, those are dope.
They do. I don't need breakfast.
Oh, that's right. You're doing that fasting thing.
Yeah, I just generally kind of avoid it. But that it is there. And oftentimes what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll take shit from the breakfast buffet and I'll just leave it and then eat it later in the day.
Yeah, like the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, maybe a couple Fruit Loops containers.
Yeah, definitely those mini yogurts too.
Totally.
Those are always good to have in your mini fridge.
Those Activia things. Make sure you get your biome, your
probiotics.
Hell yeah, brother.
So that way when you're taking all your antibiotics, you're not shitting at your insides. But after I get done with that, and I want to go back to the Days Inn, it's like, all right, I can only chill there for so long. Like, one of the things that's been good, and
so you're in prison almost, like staring at the fucking drywall, you know?
Yeah. And I got a list of things that I can do. You know, I'll talk to my wife for a while, and then there's other things. But for the most part, you know, and then I'm trying to get into doing a solo pod once a week.
Nice.
And then but that leaves me with like 2 other nights of like I got nothing to do. So one of these nights I get off of work earlier, and I've been thinking about doing like an early evening matinee sort of deal where I get off and I fucking go to the movies, like whatever it is. And it was funny because I told my wife that, and she's like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. I told her I was going to Captain Marvel, and she's like, that's weird. I was like, why the fuck is that weird? Have you heard of Captain Marvel? We were talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah, right? It's like the chick.
She thought Captain Marvel was like a teenage girl, like Spider-Man. And I was like, no, I think she's like a grown-ass woman, like Wonder Woman.
I think she's like a superhero, right? Like she's some kind of like alien guardian or something. Oh, I didn't see the movie. You can probably know more about,
I don't know. I might know more about it if I go to it.
Oh, you haven't gone? Okay.
No, there's a bunch of shit movies, and I was like, I think I might go to that. And it's like, I've been to a handful of movies by myself, like less than 5. But now I'm like, if I got this free night and it's whatever, $9 or $10, like I'm not Keeney, like I'm not fucking, balling, but like I can spend $10. Should I start going to movies by myself? I'm thinking about it. Your thoughts?
You're just bored. You just want something.
There's not a lot of you can only fucking jerk off so much, right?
Right. There's only so many Pornhub videos.
Yeah.
There's only
it's like, goddamn. All right, let's go.
Well, I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I'm that bored. Like I always find something to do. Like I would probably bring my laptop and just YouTube myself to death. But I don't know. Movies for me are hard to. I've never been to one by myself. I feel like that's super mega gay. Nothing against gay people, but going to the movies by
yourself. What's wrong with that?
Is
you
like
think that's a loser move?
It's like I know you're a loser, but now everybody in the movie theater knows you're a fucking loser.
You
know what I mean?
A loser?
Oh,
revealed myself as a loser.
Well, you're like the guy. You're like that guy. You're Michael Jackson. You're that sketchy dude going in there, like with a long jacket, with your hands in your pocket, with a big fucking grin on your face.
Nothing on underneath except a fucking hard on.
And you got a Sour Patch Kids to lure like the children. You're just a fucking weird dude at that point. Don't do that.
Yeah, we got. Let's see what we got here: lemon, orange. I got the red raspberry for you right here, buddy. I got that for you right here. I'm gonna grab
I
onto
got some
that
Starburst too, baby. I know you like the yellows. Come over here. I got the yellow Starburst.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Yeah. Oh, and then hey, there's my dick. There's my dick right there too. What do you think about that?
It's like that
dick?
South Park thing with the Butters when he's got like the song "I've got something in my front pocket," and it's like "I've got something in my front pocket for you." You know, that's his song that he sings. Anywho, but yeah, I don't know, dude. If you want to fucking go. I don't give a fuck. Go, bro. I don't fucking care. Go.
You're calling me out for being a loser, dude. That's fucked up, man.
Well, I know that you're going down and commuting for financial purposes because you're killing it, but I mean, I don't know, dude. If you're that bored, go. You're probably gonna run into like 3 or 4 other people there doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What if I got a T-shirt that's like I'm not here to
molest anybody.
Not here to diddle. Just here to watch the movie.
Yeah, totally. I think at that point you're good.
Or it's just a big word. Yeah, it had the word diddling, and then just that big
X.
fucking circle X'd out. Diddling. Then they know I'm a no diddling guy. That's just fucking that people can trust me.
You know what you should do? Here's what you should do, brother. Is you should put on a wig and wear high heels, and then people are gonna be like, "I do not want to fuck with that fucking guy."
I should get one of those fucking dolls. So she got it moves as a fucking doll.
Yeah, you mean like the skin?
Like
the skin?
That would be hilarious because then I would be like working in that town and like no one would know it me. Me, right? So I just like fucking show up out of nowhere. Like this giant ass fucking 6'3" motherfucker dressed like a doll who always who's going to watch like Expendables 3 at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday.
But you look like a fucking sex doll and your skin's all weird as shit. But you got like
with
the six pack with the pouch.
With the fuckable anus. With the fuckable anus. Hey, just so you know, I'm up at the fucking counter buying dots, and I'm like, hey, just so you know, this is the upgraded version. Like, what does that mean? It's got a fuckable anus.
And it's got the piss pouch, too. It's got the piss pouch, so we're good. This thing does not have to come off. We're good. Fucking good.
Yeah.
This thing can stay on.
Me for hours. I won't need a break. Just fucking lay there and take it inside the doll suit.
Fuck.
That way you can pretend you're fucking a 30-year-old woman instead of a 70-year-old dude.
What did you do last week? I dressed up like a doll. I went to go see Avengers, the new Infinity War Endgame.
Avengers Endgame.
And I got fucked.
Got some juju fruit. Got some juju fruit. Seduced the fucking cashier with my fuckable anus. And then next thing you know, one thing led to another. And
next thing I know, I'm on all fours with my face mushed against some old popcorn. But goddamn, I was able to still hear the Avengers Endgame soundtrack. So all in all, it was a good Saturday.
Yeah, Iron Man saves the day. Saves the fucking day. Jesus. All right.
Wait, so let me know. Keep me posted. I'm interested to hear if you're gonna go to these movies. Let me know. This sounds like.
I am. I think I'm gonna try it.
Well, I guess go back to what you were saying. There's just no fucking good movies out there, dude. You're gonna go like twice, and you're gonna be like, all right, that was the biggest waste of my fucking time. I could have just sat.
Yeah.
And just watched YouTube.
I could have been masturbating in the days in, and I went out and did that. I got to learn how to spend my life.
I got to be more efficient with my life. I got to jerked off and rolled, went straight to bed. Now I got to drive like 20 minutes to the cinema.
Pile of my own semen. And no.
My hands are sticky.
No. Here I am.
This goddamn suit. This semen sticks to the silicone suit way too good. It's fucking like, I don't understand. This is, dude. Yeah.
You've got it's a lot of backpack. It's a lot of luggage for a 2-night stay, sir. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up. Once your talcum powder falls out of your pocket.
Can you have?
Yeah,
Do you guys have room
make
service? Can you bring lots of butter? Because I need to lube my whole body to get in this fucking wetsuit.
Anything that's not going to turn this powder into a paste. To get stuck. I had to get 2 of these cut off. I mean, these are $1,800 a piece. All right,
These are custom, bitch.
Fucking,
No refunds. These are custom.
This has got the goddamn fuckable anus in it. Okay.
For those that are listening, have no idea what we're talking about. You gotta listen to like last episode or 2 episodes ago.
Yeah. So there are a bunch of guys that dress up like dolls. Then certain suits are stock, others are customized.
What's it called?
With their
What's it called?
anuses.
It's called. It has a name.
Oh, I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
Either way, it's silicone
Listen to the
goo.
old shit.
Listen to the old shit. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to move on? Let's stop talking about your fuckable anus. Let's get to follow Rome
I feel
section.
like we're already in the middle of it. We are already in the midst of the follow Rome.
I really
follow
wish there's a
Rome.
guy from England listening to our shit that all he does is tune in, because to him the entire podcast is the fall of Rome section.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. All right. Racist white lady gets fired from her school. So if you haven't seen this, your classic, can I speak with your manager starter pack mom? Is this in a Walmart? I mean, it looks like a Walmart.
It's a Walmart. This looks like a Walmart.
It's always a Walmart. I don't know what the fuck it is that, like, when white people go to Walmart, they feel like they've got, like, the rights of an 1820s Mississippi plantation owner when they fucking enter those hollowed grounds. Yeah. But, like, goddamn, do they like to call people the N-word like in Walmart, and particularly Walmart parking lot. They really like fucking coming at people in the Walmart parking lot. But this lady, I don't know what she did at a school district, and I emphasis on the word did, because she's fucking no longer employed there. I think she gave a resignation letter, which is
she resigned, which is probably the right move, because she was about to get fired.
Her. Classy of her.
This may not be a Walmart. This actually, now that I'm watching the video, this doesn't look like a Walmart. This looks almost like a.
It's like Trader Joe's. It's not Trader Joe's. There's not enough fucking smoked salamis. But.
Looks like a Winn-Dixie. This looks like a Winn-Dixie, bro.
So I live in a.
This is a Winn-Dixie, bro. This is fucking Winn-Dixie. It's got Winn-Dixie written all over it.
It's like a Publix fucking.
Yeah, Winn-Dixie is like a supermarket, but like the kind of like a shitty one. But they have good chicken. So
I live in a Portland suburb. I don't live downtown, and there's a petition going around for our community to get a Trader Joe's, so we can increase the rate of gentrification in the area.
Nice.
So it's been signed by the Fevers. we're in favor of it.
Yeah,
let's get these property values up.
Yeah, let's get my house being worth a little bit more, brothers. Let's
go. I'm gonna have to flip this at some point. Let's go.
I need to get the fuck away from my Pat. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Pat update. Ooh. Update on my neighbor Pat. So the weather's warming up here finally. And it's definitely fucking lit a fire under Pat's ass, because she's been screaming at me like a motherfucker for these past few days. And 2 nights ago, she got me good, like real good. So she got me like later in the afternoon. It's standard, turn your chemicals down, this and that, window slam.
Just the classics. Just the classics.
It's classic. I always tell my wife, I'm always like, Pat fucking yelled at us. She's like, what was it about? I was like, I'm getting tired of my wife asking the questions. I was like, it's about the fucking chemicals again, right? I'm getting about goddamn chemicals. Like, it's always about the chemicals, right? Oh, it was about, Trump and, Libya. No, it was about the chemicals.
It was about the foreign policy, about the foreign policy with Israel, but actually it wasn't. Yeah. It was actually about the chemicals.
Trump's, relationship with the Saudi prince. She's fucking, the coverage of it is just outside. She can't take it. But no, it was about the chemicals, actually. So Pat's been fucking, and then so she got me good, and then like a couple hours later it was dark, and it was just like it just got dark, and I don't know, I didn't have my flashlight. Normally I'm gonna have to with my flashlight because I gotta run after my dogs and pick their shit up, otherwise they'll fucking try and eat it because they're nasty little fuckers. Yeah. And I'm just standing out there. And man, Pat just had that window wide open and just fucking let loose and scared the fucking hell out of me. You know, he's like, turn around, turn goes down. I was like, Jesus Christ. It was like, I would have fallen off my porch if I was standing up there. I was standing on the ground and I ended up just like, I was startled at first and then I was laughing.
You could have died, dude. You could have just fallen down, like snapped your neck.
But she did. The reason I thought about her is she took her sign down. So she had that sign posted up that said, that was her theses, her many theses. Yeah, it's not the theses. It's so her
Martin
many
Luther's.
theses.
What is it? Martin Luther's.
Like
100
theses or 99 or it was like between like 90 and 110. I'm pretty confident it was right around that number. But she took it down like a week ago.
Okay.
And, Mrs. Fever and I are wondering what's going on. And I'm like, well, I wonder if it was like obscuring her ability to see what's going on in our yard. We haven't got her on our camera. My wife made me reposition the camera because she felt like we may not be catching her if she was coming onto the periphery of our house. Yeah. But we have not caught her on the property.
So you're like a spider at this point, but making your little web. You're trying to catch that little fly, dude. You're trying to get that fly, brother.
Like I said, I want to fucking get that ghillie suit fucking going.
Oh,
and
man,
I just want to get a fog.
Funny.
I just want to get a fog machine just to put on my porch, just to fucking turn it on outside her window and just.
I gotta visit you sometime, dude. And I'll come in like a bio hazmat suit and just like knock from door to door. No, the chemical readings have been too high. You must evacuate.
Yeah. Well, no, you can go. You can go up to her door and pretend like you don't know me, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And do any number of things from there, and be like, "Ma'am, we are very concerned. Your neighbor's chemical readings are off the charts," and then feed into that. And then they're so high, we fear you could be dead within the week.
Yeah, what we're doing is we need a urine sample because the radiation from the chemicals is causing.
Well, then what you've got to do is you've got to give her a simple device, like we talked about, like a Motorola taped to some sort of children's toy, where you're like, all right, if this beeps yellow, it means the chemicals are like. Oh no, what it is you just get like one of those like baby walkie-talkie things that you can kind of control or something. Yeah. And then like whenever turns red, that means the chemicals are like mad high.
Just give her a metal detector. Just give her a metal detector. Yeah. Like the things that people use on the beach, to like
whatever those ghost hunters are using, like those pickup.
I think they're using metal detectors and like you use to like pick up landmines. And so at some point, she's going to be like on your front lawn checking for fucking landmines at like 3 in the morning. You'll catch her on video.
She already fucking did that.
I know, but with a headset and the landmine detector on camera, be like literally looking for the chemicals. Ma'am, there, just so you know, and we're all on the same page, there are chemicals. Okay, they're there.
They're definitely chemicals.
We just cannot get on the property because legal reasons, stupid legal fucking.
Yeah, well, you got
bureaucratic
like you're from a government agency other than the police. Like
I'm the fucking TSA.
Like the local police, and then what you've got to tell her is that the local
they're
police
in on it. They're in on it. They're in on it.
They are cooperating with what's going on.
There is a chemical drug ring, and the police are in on it. So the only people, it's just you, Pat. It's literally you.
I'm literally the only person you can trust. And then you give her a phone number that is to a burner cell phone that I own. All right. So then that just sets it up where I am in constant communication with Pat. Right. And then I can say things about myself and I'll be like, I've got eyes on them. He's about to turn his chemicals on high. Go look. And then I'll wait a few minutes and then I'll go out there and turn the fog machine on. Right.
Go out there with like a water bottle, like a spray bottle, just watering your grass, just like like just walking around. And Pat, just so you know, those are the chemicals. Over, out.
Yeah. The thing is, I think the cops. I hope the cops would put it together that I fucking gave her the phone. Because she showed them the phone, right? I hope that they would show up at my door, like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, we know this is you. It's got to be you. Like, who the fuck else could it be? Like, who the fuck else could it be?" All right, so this white lady in Walmart, like we were talking about, she got dumb white people have fucking super. It's like being wasted as soon as they walk into Walmart or whatever grocery store, whatever lower end grocery store they feel like they're king of. And she goes in there, and I don't. Whoever's filming this video is obviously a black person. I don't know.
Well, that's the person who's getting yelled at. Like that's the
yeah, it's the person who's getting yelled at too. I think it's a young black man. I don't know for sure, but the lady, she's there with her young kids. I mean, what? There's probably like a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old or something like that.
It's like this cute, endearing little like 5-year-old, and then like her older sister, and they're the real victims because they're sitting here watching this go down, and this woman is having a fucking temper tantrum. How dare you talk to me that way in front of my kids? How fucking dare you, motherfucker! And she's going ballistic, and these sweet children are just sitting there like, we just want to go home and just play Candy Crush. Like, please, can we leave? I've watched this video. Look at this sweet little girl. She's upset, man. God damn it. This lady needs to fucking...
She's dropping N-bombs on that kid left and right, too.
Yeah.
And you could say, like, if there was somebody there, like, if she could, she would have ordered someone to snatch him up and fucking beat him down. Like, that's where she was at. Like, that was her frame of mind. Like,
well, the problem here is she's lucky that... I'm sure this kid
said something smart-ass to her. Like, I'm sure he did. But, like...
Well, that's a thing. That's a thing. Like you can't. Yeah, you can't. With the recording, like you only catch like the mid rant. I mean, he could have come up to her and like grabbed her ass or something. Like you never know. And I'm not justifying her actions. I'm not.
Well, what she said very specifically was like, "Don't talk to me like that in front of my kids." Right.
Yeah, but then
and he may have called her like a stupid bitch or something, which is like
okay.
That's something that people do. Right, it's not.
You can't freak out and have a meltdown about that.
Yeah, you can't have that sort of meltdown. If she was just real quick was like F you N-word, she would have got away with it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, she's not freaking out at that point, and I'm not saying that she should do that. All right, I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but this like ranting and raving, and like she was completely in the black. Like when I was in the Marine Corps, they talk about like there's a book called On Killing, and this guy talks about different mental states. And like when you're in a war zone, you're in like always like elevated and like your alertness. Mm-hmm. And then when like people start shooting at you, ideally they call it being in the red. Like that's where like shit's crazy, but like you're operating at a mega high level because that's the way your body's designed to do it. Well, above that, it's called the black, right? You can head into the black. Yeah. And that's where shit is so fucking intense, you can't see 2 inches in front of your own eyes, right? Yeah. And you have completely lost control of the situation and yourself. And that is where this fucking lady was. Yeah, like she forgot what fucking year she was in. Like she literally forgot what fucking year she was in. She's like, oh my God, it's fucking 1989. I can scream at somebody like this and get away with it. It's like, fucking no, you can't. Like everyone's got a goddamn cell phone and you can't say that shit to anybody. Like,
well, this is I mean, you're right. But she made a fatal mistake here. And she's lucky that some fucking girl, some large African-American woman, like pushing 250 pounds, who should play linebacker on fucking the Raiders or something, came out of left field and broke her fucking jaw. Because this woman, she spit not once, but she spit twice. And I've said it before, if you want to piss somebody off and get into a fight, there's a couple things you can do in this world to guarantee that you're going to get into a fight. And one of them is spitting at somebody like that. So she spit at this fucking dude. So, like she's lucky somebody didn't come in and break her fucking jaw, because that shit
so
ain't cool.
What I'm saying is like a woman spitting at a man, that doesn't excuse a man to hit a woman. but same gender within the genders, or man spits at woman, and you get fucking punched after you do that. Like if you're my buddy and you spit on somebody and he fucking clocks you, and I have to drag your lifeless corpse out of there, and you get up and you start talking about how he sucker punched you and he's a bitch. All I'm gonna do is sit there and say like, bro, you fucking spit on him. Yeah. Like that's the first punch, man. Like that's an assault. That's an assault with bodily fluids. And if you're gonna fucking spit on somebody, you have got to expect them to fucking put something. Have you seen that clip of that white lady that spits on that young black woman on the bus?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ, is that satisfying? This young woman slaps this bitch right across her fucking face. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it here.
Link me. I don't know if you saw it a couple months ago. We talked about it maybe, but when Rondo spit on Chris Paul, remember that? And it was like Rondo ended up spitting on Chris Paul in like an altercation.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And it was so
here's the deal. Just type lady gets slapped on bus into Google.
Lady in YouTube? I'll do YouTube.
Yeah, old lady gets slapped on bus.
Oh, it's an old woman? Okay. Yeah. Old lady gets slapped on bus spit. Okay. It's like a black chick wearing orange.
Yeah.
Okay. And then okay, hold on. I'm going to watch it. It's 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's not that long. Right.
Oh, she slapped a child though. Is that the one?
No, it's a woman in blue, and then they're both wearing blue tops. And then the old lady gets slapped, and then
old lady gets slapped to death. Is that what it is?
It turns into like a statue, and then falls down.
And she like dies. Oh, she like dies, right? Yeah. What a bitch.
So that fucking lady, the reason that happened to her is because she spit on that other woman, right? So when she gets fucking,
she's lucky that she just got slapped and not fucking punched in the throat. Yeah, you got out easy, bitch.
She got out easy.
Yeah,
just spits on her, and then just like, oh, she just throws her hands up and is like, oh, fucking no. And that girl ain't having it, and slaps grandma into the fucking, hey, say hello to grandpa for me, bitch, and then just sends her packing, like, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
You get what you get when you do what you do.
That reminds me of that video, like in the courtroom, where like that lady like gets hit in the back of the head with like a piece of paper. Like literally, it's like on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of like damage dealt. It's like a 1. And the lady's like falls down, like dies.
Yeah,
you see it. Lady gets hit in courtroom. And it's like so fucking corny. I'll send you.
Fucking A. All right.
And this, so the listeners, this is how sausage is made right here. We just literally send shit to each other.
Gets made.
I just send you the link on Zencastr, free plug.
Oh shit! All right, that ought to slow our Zencastr down and throw our fucking audio off.
Well, what we should do is a minute anyways. We should end this one and then reload.
Yeah, she's going down like a fucking soccer player right there. Like that's...
Yeah, that's the old fuck. What'd you call it? The Glasgow kiss.
Yeah, right the old Glasgow kiss, man. Fucking headbutt motherfuckers. So we were talking about ladies overreacting. Well, there's a lady that underreacted. So there's a woman. This video is going around. So these are all high school students, and they're all African American students. Their teacher's black, and their teacher's got a fucking weave. All right. What's a weave? She doesn't even have a weave. She's got a wig on. So she's got her natural hair underneath, which she's not bald, all right? Which we're gonna find out that she's not bald.
It's just black chicks like wearing wigs because their hair, they're like really insecure about their hair. But to you black ladies, just leave it normal, you know? So
yeah, I mean,
just leave it normal. Stop wearing goofy wigs.
Do whatever makes you feel good. But anyhow, this fucking piece of shit kid goes up and snatches this fucking hair off of this lady. He goes up and he just snatches it off of her.
It's pretty epic. Like, as far as like from a child standpoint, it doesn't get ballsier than that, because not only did he pull this chick's hair out, he started like dancing with the, like, as if he just caught like a raccoon by the tail. He starts dancing and doing like this cool Dougie move to the camera. And the teacher,
and she comes after him, and it's
pissed.
like he's not. That's
She's
like me
pissed.
trying to get fucking something from my Labrador in the backyard. It's like, he's just fucking with me. Like, I'm never gonna get that shit. Like, unless they let me have it, like, I'm not gonna be able to catch this little dude, like this dog running around here in the prime of its life. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get. And that kid
to avoid
is like,
predators. Yeah, and that kid's like healthy as fuck, 17. Probably the best shape he's ever going to be in. And
she's about to lose one of those legs to the diabetes anyway.
Nah,
and then
she can move, though. She can move. You see her, though? She moves that table out of the way. She kind of goes in for the I'm really slow. And she kind of does like the...
yeah, that's the same thing I did with my dog. I like look away. Give me that shit back.
She almost got him, but she moved that table real quick, dude. If she got a hold of him, it would be a different narrative. Teacher murders.
But he runs straight. He runs straight out into the hallway, and I'll tell you what, man. I could fucking. You couldn't pay me. If you paid me $100,000 a year, I wouldn't fucking
do that job.
Go be a teacher at any level under college. Like, and even now you got your own like shit you got to deal with. At least in college, hopefully people aren't snatching weaves off your fucking head. Like, but I mean, Jesus Christ, these people don't care. Like, they don't care so much. Like, how could you give two fucks about your job? Yeah. Like, at all.
That's a hard job. There's a couple jobs that I'm always like, I don't know how people do it. Like, nursing is one of them. And teachers always like comes in tied for first. Teaching, that's a tough one, because you get little shits like this. And then not only that, you got to deal with the parents. Why are you Why is my son so shitty? It's your fault. It's like, wait a second. It could be your parenting.
But he's shitty in all of his classes. So how's it my fault? Here's the deal. Like, is it all of our 7 individuals' fault that we're all shitty? Or is it maybe you guys as a common thread that you fucking suck and your kid fucking sucks?
Well, he's good at gym. So explain that one, Bobby Fever. He's good at fucking gym.
Explain that. That's a B- in gym there. All right.
Well, props to this lady for not murdering this fucking kid, because if she got a hold of him and murdered him, I think we'd all say she's probably justified on some level, because that's super mega like just.
Well, but then the other thing too is like, all right, so he's gonna get his like 1 week of suspension or whatever, and then he's gonna be back in her fucking class. You gotta stare at that.
No, he's expelled. He's expelled. You can't. He's expelled to transfer to a different school, for sure.
They sent him to a charter. He's at his next charter school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what a fucking turd bag.
Yeah.
What a turd bag. All right, so
just a respect thing. Just be respectful. You don't have to like the lady, but just respect her. You know what I mean?
Don't pull her fucking weave off. All right, like, that's pretty simple. Like, we're
call
not
her a bitch, give her the
here.
finger, whatever, but don't pull her weave off. Like, just don't do that.
As long as you don't cross, you'll learn that when you're older. I
know a black lady very well. I work with her, and there's a couple things that I can never bring up, and I thought women, particularly women, didn't like talking about their age or their weight. That was just something that I found out. I was like, they don't really like, unless I say like, hey, you look like you lost some weight, you look good, or oh my god, you're 45, you look fucking 35, whatever. They seem to like that. But the one thing that I learned from this one girl that I work with, don't mention her fucking hair unless you say, hey, your hair is the shit. Don't say like, hey, anything. If it's even a mediocre connotation, it doesn't go very well. But she's cool. She's got a cool sense of humor. But I've heard people say things to her about her hair, and she don't like it. She don't fucking like it,
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the one thing that you want to do with compliments is keep them simple, right?
Totally.
What people tend to do is they tend to add like, all right, so if you say, I like your hair. Your hair looks very nice.
That's what I say.
Thank you.
Your hair looks nice today. You look nice
yeah,
today.
your hair looks very your hair looks very nice. Oh,
Yep.
thank you. You're welcome. Right? I don't even say today, right? Because what some people will do is like, your hair looks very nice. I like it straight. And then that implies that they think
You
it looks
don't like
shitty
it when it's not straight.
Yeah,
you
when it's curly,
motherfucker.
when it's curly, you look like a rat fucked like a hairbrush and then shit out
Shit out like
hair.
a porcupine. Like a porcupine kid who's got a lot of vaccines, you know?
Yeah, way too many. How many fucking vaccines did you get growing up? Because it fucked up your genes because your hair's all dicked up. That's how I normally feel about your hair. But today it looks like
But today it looks
hair.
great. Today it
Like
looks
human
nice.
hair. So do yourself a favor and straighten it out. Oh, it took you an hour and a half. Well, look who's getting up early the rest of the week. All right, that way you don't come in here looking like trash anymore. I just assumed you'd always looked like trash, but now here we have evidence that you don't need to.
This whole time I thought you were a piece of, a raging dumpster fire, but here you are.
Yeah,
You've proved me wrong.
You look decent today.
But tomorrow, my expectations are extremely low, so tomorrow you probably look like shit again. Bye.
Yeah, you'll probably go back to that other stuff. But hey, your hair looks nice today.
Just now.
So people will do that. It's like, let's keep it simple.
I've learned that. I've learned that the hard way. You learn those things the hard way. But yeah, my compliments are always, you look nice today.
Yeah,
they're pretty much that, and they're always
good.
Not
Good
real.
job with item B. Way to go with item B. You really nailed that. All right, good. You've finally mastered that after 2.5 years. Good for you. You fucking tard. But you just say no. You just say good job with item B. Good job with item B.
Finally, after all these years,
that.
I thought you had extra chromosomes, but here you are standing in front of me, and you are not an artard. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, you've mastered your craft, much like the Reverend that can exercise oral sex demons from your mind, your mouth, and your fucking complete religious spirit. Seen in the oral sex demon video. So there's this YouTube video. What's shocking to me is this is a YouTube video where, why does it say woman married to the wrong husband? What does that mean? I don't know.
I think that this is a YouTube channel. I'm not a big religious guy, but to each his own. This is like a religious YouTube channel, Ed Citronelli Ministries, and so, like, in order for the world to believe, they need to see something beyond human reasoning. They've got to
see some miracles happen.
Jesus is the glory. But this particular video, it says, a woman was married to the wrong husband. So Ed Citronelli removes a demon from this woman's body.
So Prophet Ed, it's Prophet Ed Citronelli. Did you
Dr. Prophet Ed?
That's Dr. Prophet Ed Citronelli Esquire the third. He is the incumbent preacher in the video, and he's a mastery of bullshit apparently, because these motherfuckers, like, this is one of those, like, speaking in tongues, shaking around, sort of like exercise the demons.
Yeah, like on Borat, like on
Borat.
Like when Borat's
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what makes it funny is not him, but the patient, or the what would this person be called? I don't even know. The
woman,
the subject, the
victim,
the bitch who's got the oral sex demons. So this woman apparently, I don't know, somebody put a dick in her mouth at some point in time, and I guess that dick didn't belong there. All right. That dick shouldn't have been there. And the funny thing is, she talks about, like, I think she talks about having to come back next week at the end of this thing. I think she's gonna get some more of that fucking.
What's crazy
penis.
is, like, the very first 30 seconds, like, looks like she's sucking an imaginary penis, and she's using her tongue like actively, like it's in her mouth. So that oral sex demon is on
she starts
full
spitting
swing.
out saliva like it was like somebody fucking blasted a load in her mouth.
Or
and
she's
if she
lubing up
spits
the
out
cock.
enough of her own spit, she can almost wash it free and clear.
Well, let me hear this 1 second. Hold on.
So he fucked her last week too. So she's admitting that this guy fucked her last week. And I don't know why she's crying. And then he just like hits her on the fucking forehead. And then she stumbles into like a mode where she starts barking like a dog. And then now all of a sudden she's ready for more dicks. All right, there we go. We're cleaned up. Spirits are free. And we're ready for more penises.
What if and then I guess because the oral sex demon is now leaving her body, I think that's what's happening. The Reverend, he takes he goes to CVS and he has like one of those lens cleaner for your eyeglasses, and he empties out the little spray bottle.
She got fucked too.
Right.
Well, she admits she slept with them. There's not just demons in her mouth. Right. There's demons in her pussy too. Well, and God knows where else.
And he takes the cap. There
could be demons in her. There could be demons in her armpits. This guy could be a real weirdo.
He pours out that isopropyl alcohol, and he fills it up with it's either tap water or holy water. One of the two. I don't know.
Same thing.
One of the two, and then he sprays it in the vaginal area a lot, and he's wasting a lot of it. I'm just saying, if that's holy water, brother. Yeah. 2 or 3 sprays should be good, bro.
You're wasting a lot of that
fucking holy water, bro.
You should do a Houston 500.
That shit doesn't come out of a faucet, okay? That shit doesn't grow on trees, all right? You're wasting the holy water, bro. But yeah, now she's good. She seems like she's good, and
thank Jeremy's glasses are going to be smudged for the next 3 weeks because of fucking you.
You wasted it all. Because you wasted it.
So yeah, he starts spraying her pussy with that water mist. So let that be a lesson, you ladies out there. If you're having any moral conflicts with any of the sexual encounters you had, just shake around, bark like a dog, spit a lot, and spray some water on a fine mist of water on your pussy, and you should be good to go. You should be solid.
Was that holy water, or is that like liquidized antibiotics for chlamydia? It remains to be seen. But
it's just
you guys
a fucking
are interested,
fine mist of Cipro. Keep the wolves at bay.
For the listeners, look it up. Woman was married to the wrong husband.
The demons have got inside of me. Yes, indeed, man.
Oh yeah, and she says
spray this holy water mist on your pussy 3 times a day, once every 8 hours for the next 8 to 10 days. Finish the entire bottle of mist. All right,
and make sure to eat yogurt.
If not, the fucking devil may come back angry, baby.
She says that her pussy's itchy. That's the best part. She's like, my pussy's itchy.
Yeah. She does say that. That's probably what's getting. Probably because it needs to get fucked again.
That's why this
fucking left her in this state.
And this is probably the tip of our, follow Rome segment. It's been going downhill, but I have a feeling that there might be a little bit of a rise of Rome here. If you want to go into that,
let's go. Let's bring it back. We got 2 things left to cover. We're gonna skip that college cheating thing. We got that. We're gonna get that covered last time. We're running out of time here.
We're in the rise of Rome here. Rise of Rome, pretty much.
Rome. If you haven't seen this, if you haven't heard about this, it's like the best thing ever. I only watched it once because I was like, I was done after watching it once. But I did a literal fist pump at the end of this. There's a house on fire.
It's like super on fire. Like it's
super on fire.
It's like really on fire.
A guy is talking to these firefighters. And I didn't hear any of the audio at this. I don't know if there is.
Here's what it is. It's 2 firefighters, and then they're like shooting water at the ground at this point because the fire's so insane that they're like, we just need to let it kind of burn all the wood away, and then we'll pour water on it because it's too insane. And then one guy tries to run in, and then he's like freaking out because he's like, dude, my fucking dog's in there, and he can't go in because it's too gnarly. And then he just runs in, and then everybody's like, dude, fucking help him. And and all the stupid firefighters are there not doing anything.
Not doing anything.
Not doing a fucking thing. And this guy just runs into the burning building. And for 30 seconds, the guy disappears. And you're like, what the fuck? Because this guy could have died. Honestly, this guy could have fucking died.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the rise of Rome, he comes out. And he's got his fucking dog with him. His like cute little like pit. And his pit's freaking out. And the guy like fucked up his arm and burned it. But dude, you're a legend, brother. You saved that dog. you're the shit, bro.
I mean, I like fucking kudos to him. Like,
Would
I
you would
was
have
fist
done
pumping.
that? Would you have done that?
Yeah, I mean, I would have. I already fucking have like. I already know how I would attempt to break into my house, if there was a fire and I need to get into my dogs.
Really?
Yeah, there's a way I can fucking back a vehicle up, like towards my second story bedroom and just jump in there and then kind of get everybody out real quick. That's the plan.
I had a dog. I had weird things about my dog too. I don't have any kids, so the dog is my kid. But I've had a dog, like a pit, attack my dog, and actually had, because my dog's like 30, 40 pounds, like maybe 40 pounds, and she was getting fucked up by like a big pit, and the dog had her by the neck and was starting like the death, like, you know, it goes like shakes its head left, right.
Yeah, that roll thing.
Yeah, and my dog was like, you could tell that she had my dog. So I ran up to this dog, and I saw it kind of go down. I saw it happening in slow-mo. I was like, there's about to be a brawl. Because my dog's a bitch, and that, fucking bitches. And as soon as that dog bit down, I just ran over. I was making a lot of noise. But the whole time, I had this idea in my head that I was going to take that dog and do a couple things. I was either going to take it by the neck and murder it. I was going to take its legs and just snap them in half. Or I was going to take the dog and lift it up off the ground and just continually smash it on the ground into a bloody pulp until it just fucking died. And then if it bit my arm, I'd rather have that dog fuck up my arm and then have my dog live. So I don't know. Yeah. It was kind of like one of those moments where I'm like, I'm not a total sociopath because I like my dog. So I don't know.
You do what you got to do. You know, it's a mama bear. You know, it's a fucking lady picking up a car to save her kids. You do extreme things.
I was proud though. I was proud because at the end of the day, my dog, she was getting her ass kicked. But the moment I separated them, my dog wanted blood. She turned around and was trying to fight. And I was like, yo, relax, bitch. You're getting your ass kicked, you psycho. And then she wanted more. She was like, she's trying to fight more. And I had to kind of hold her ass down. But it was ridiculous, dude. These fucking dogs, man. Fucking dogs. But anyways, man, let's keep it going. So we're done.
Let's get rocking and rolling here. All right, let's go. What's last thing of the day? Relationship advice.
All right.
So this one I've seen. All right, so I've seen the first part of this. There's an update here I have not seen, and you haven't seen any of it. So
I've seen. You want me to read it? You want to read it?
I'll read it. Right. I'll read it. Should I, 48 years old man, tell my wife, 44-year-old female, that I received a sex tape of her in the mail? So nice. It's an odd thing. Wife and I have been married for 20 years, never suspected her cheating. Our sex life has been outstanding. First of the year, I received a package in the mail. It's a DVD addressed to me and a typed note that says, "Your eyes only." It's my wife having sex separately with 3 guys. She was younger, much younger based on body and appearance and hairstyle. It was around the time we were going out, either before, during, or after we were engaged. She grew her hair longer for the wedding and kept it that way. First, I have no idea who sent it to me other than one of those 3 guys in the DVD, none of which I know. I'm assuming it's one of my wife's exes. Second, I have no idea why they sent it. Are they trying to say she was screwing around with me? The tape isn't timestamped, so I have no idea. So I don't have a time frame of reference. She kept her hair short for years until we were engaged. So it could have been during a block of time, certainly before we dated. And also, what are they trying to achieve if this was taken before we dated? I know my wife had other partners. Hell, I had 3 times the partners she did before we were married, but that was 20 years ago. I think we're past that. Apparently this person is not. The whole thing's strange. I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't told my wife. I'm not sure how she would take it. She's very sexually adventurous, but I don't think she'd like the idea of her past catching up to her. But I don't think I'll get to the bottom of it unless I tell her. All right, so let's stop right there. All right. Yeah, tape your lady just showed up in the mail. All right. So when I read this the first time, I thought it was like a triple team. It doesn't sound like that, right?
Yeah, it says 3 guys, right? It says my wife having sex separately with 3 guys.
Yeah. So it's like 1-on-1, 3 people, right? Okay. not like a giant spit roast. Okay, I don't know.
Okay, so it's not a spit roast. Is it the same moment,
It's not a spit roast.
It's the same time, though? Like 3 different
I don't,
dudes?
but that's the other thing. I don't know if it's a fucking choo-choo train, which is also kind of a strange thing, right?
Train.
If it's like you fucked, one guy on Monday, one guy on Tuesday, one guy on Wednesday. For some reason, that's better than like a 7 o'clock, an 8 o'clock, and a 9 o'clock. It just seems it's a little more spread out.
They're both D minuses. One's a D, one's a D minus.
Yeah. I mean, you're not feeling super positive about any of that. It's not like a sex tape. It's like a fucking series of dudes getting onto your wife. All right, which is. Yeah, you said it's a D. It's a D. It's it's D to a D minus. We don't know exactly which one.
I'm with you though. Back to back, like you said, choo choo train. That's the minus. That's the D minus.
That's the minus part. I mean, is that much better than like, let's just get this over with? All 3 you pop on in here.
I got plans tomorrow and Friday, so I need you to come quick.
Yeah, it's probably the 80s. She's like, I got Tiffany tickets. Like, I go to the mall tomorrow and shit.
I gotta trim this bush because this thing's gnarled. I need to trim this.
It's gnarly. It's mega gnarly. Mega gnarly.
I gotta get my perm.
I got some shampoo and conditioner for my fucking pussy hair. This bush is just monster.
This shit needs to be trimmed, and then after we're gonna go watch whatever.
We're gonna go watch Rocky. We're gonna go watch Rocky.
We're gonna watch Full House later. It's gonna be sick.
But anyhow, and then I'm gonna go get fucking plowed by a bunch of dudes. But
dude, we're gonna be listening to some music, probably the Bee Gees. Put some oldies on, the Bee Gees,
Just Bee Gees and ball sacks all afternoon.
Maybe some Phil Collins. Put some Phil Collins on that bitch. Maybe some Elton John.
With Genesis or without? Or solo. Not his solo stuff. No way. Not the solo stuff. But so this shows up in the mail. All right. I mean, obviously, you got to say something about it, right?
Of course.
You can't be.
Of course. Well, we have a common theme, you and me. We seem to always be on the same page. It's all about you and me both don't want to wallow in our own misery, because when you get lost staring at that drywall for too long, that's when you go crazy. So it's probably good to let your girl know and kind of be like, hey, like, this is happening. And so we're going to, we've been a team for whatever, 20 years, I think I've been married for, or 10 years. We've been a team. So you and me both have to work through this. And so you need to watch this and let me know what's up. At least that's what I would do.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know if, I don't know if you want to settle in for a matinee viewing together, but.
Well, we want to watch it together, and then next thing you know, we're fucking each other. I'm just being like, hey, I just want you to see this.
Make one of our own.
Yeah. Hey, this is kind of a sick video. Maybe we should put on some fucking Phil Collins or some shit, fucking get it going or something, I think it's good though to just have her watch it. Like, hey, I think it'd be, or you maybe give her the option, like, hey, if you want, you can watch it, but I have a video of you fucking some dudes.
I got it in the mail. It's a DVD. It's I haven't seen it on. I haven't seen it on Pornhub. Believe me, if it was on there, I would have found it by now.
Yeah,
trust me. We're safe there.
Trust me. Okay.
Out there. I definitely. This is my wheelhouse. I wouldn't have known. Not familiar with this part of the catalog, so
I pay for high-speed internet for a reason. All right, Beth. Not to be to make your Netflix.
I know we're up against our data cap. We're not here to have that conversation right now. This is about you.
Can we talk about something? Can we?
Fucking a bunch of people on VHS.
No, I don't want to watch Downtown Abbey later. Let's talk about this now. This needs to be talked about right now. We got time.
Right now, god damn it. All right, so this guy, people got into this. He says all right, so I was like, I did speak with my wife yesterday afternoon.
Oh, there's an update. Edit update.
Edit update. Love these updates. Some mentioned letting her watch it in private, and I gave her that option. She did, and then we talked in length. Some of it is a bit clearer now. The 2 amateur-looking videos are 2 roommates taken on the same night. That's why the camera doesn't move, and that's why the room is the same. I asked why the bed looks different, and she replied the sheets were a bit messy, so they changed them before they had another go.
Oh, you bitch.
All right. So she got fucked. She fucked the sheets too dirty.
D-.
Apparently, guy number 2 had some modicum of fucking dignity, and wanted the sheets changed out. Yeah. So the other is a boyfriend she dated when her and I met. Actually, right before they started dating. She knows this man is friends with one of the other people and thinks it's him who got the 3 videos together and sent them to us. Why? She admits that last summer he tried connecting with her on Facebook, this ex-boyfriend. When she did, he tried to make it sexual again, so she stopped. She thinks he sent the DVD to cause an issue between the two of them. For the first time, I now have doubts. Her answers are logical but seem a bit off to me. Honestly, I may be just upset that she did 2 guys in one night. I know it was 20 years ago, but it's still hard to take. Call me shallow if you want. Also, she didn't seem shaken by the DVD or the fact that I had it, merely irritated that this person sent it. I had the idea she'd rather I didn't have it, but now that I did, oh well.
Mm-hmm. That's a weird paragraph.
That's very fucking weird. We're going to unpack that in a second. It still leaves many questions unanswered, such as why the tapes are from 96, 97, and the DVD was made in 2013, but I'm just getting it now. That may be minor, but maybe everything. Plus, how does this gentleman know where I live? Facebook doesn't give you that information. So he's freaking out.
This guy's been staring
and
at his drywall
basically
for
playing
too long.
right into this motherfucker's hand. Like,
yeah. I wouldn't want to be in that position, though. For the record, I wouldn't want to get that in the mail of my chick like getting choo choo trained.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like that.
Like, just take that thing, fucking burn it, and move on.
Well, you wanted to unpack this or not? For the first time, I now have doubts. Her answers are logical, but seem a bit off to me. That could just be him. Honestly, I may be just upset that she did 2 guys in it one night. Understandable. I know it was 20 years ago.
I mean, that's big. Like, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
He's like, he thinks that, so his wife, so this is 96.
Do you have kids?
I don't know. But so that's like his 23-year-old wife fucking banged 2 guys in a night. Get the fuck out of here, right? Like, he's
20 years ago though. That's what's it's like 20 years.
Like 20 years ago, he's 20.
And that's what makes it odd. Why is this now coming out? You know what I mean?
Because well, I mean, no, he said that it's because the one ex-boyfriend guy is trying to break him up.
Yeah, but why? Why? You know what I mean? Like, what has motivated? Because
I don't know, people are weird. Like, that's what's weird about Facebook. It's like, oh, here's my ex-girlfriend from 20 years ago. Oh, wow. She talked to me like no other woman has in like 3 years. Let me see if I can break her up with her husband by sending these fuck videos over there. Right? Yeah. Like, it's not the actions of a guy who like has confidence or like a big dick.
It's so like shady. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, at least the one thing, like, at least it's not like, at least he's not like, oh, by the way, all 3 of these guys had like monster horse dongs and they were just crushing her out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? At least there wasn't that part of it.
That's not really, I don't think that's a big deal. I think more so just getting choo-choo trained.
Yeah.
You know? And then not knowing about it, I feel like if you're in a relationship with some chick.
My wife was a railroad engineer.
I didn't know my wife worked for the federal government and the choo-choo train companies.
She's definitely holding the B&B Monopoly card, right?
That's why it all makes sense. Railroad? That's why it makes sense. Yeah. Every time we play Monopoly, she's trying to get the fucking railroad tracks. No, but like I feel like if you're with some chick for that long, at some point you kind of need to be honest with stuff. So that would have come out like, hey, this one time I had way too much. You know, it was the 90s. We went to go see Lethal Weapon 2. I saw Mel Gibson, and Mel Gibson looking sharp. Next thing I know, I'm getting choo-choo trained. But that, you know,
choo-choo trained. They had Boston tickets. Like I didn't know. I just it felt right at the time.
Sting was in town, and they know I'm a big Sting guy, and you know, fucking next thing I know, I'm listening to the Police.
It was a tantric fucking no. It was a 18-hour choo-choo train.
Like I feel like at some point,
but to be fair, I only
you would bring that up
twice,
and only with my vagina. Okay, so. If that makes it better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you should be able, I mean, that would have come out. Like, hey, one time, you know, I got freaky with some of my roommates and shit. Be like, damn, you're a crazy hoe bag. But you're my hoe bag. But that conversation never happened. And 20 years later, it's an issue now. And now it's a thing. Maybe she hit this dude up and was like maybe she's been hitting him up.
Nah, you know he didn't, because if there was anything that went with that, he would have sent it with it. You know, he'd have been like,
I'm glad I'm not.
You know, here's the text messages of your wife like liking my dick pics or something. Like he'd put that in there.
Well, maybe those are coming. Loaded. Maybe there's an update.
Like, I mean, there's got to be another update where this guy finds the guy that sent the tape and then says, "Hey, listen, if I ever fucking see or hear from you again, I'm going to cut your dick off." Like, your dick's coming straight off.
You going full Lorena Bobbitt in this bitch. At this point, like, because it's such a bizarre, like, thing, do you call the police? Like, are you you're calling the police here? Or are you just...
I don't know. I mean, it could be illegal in, you know, certain
Because I know
states.
there's some kind of law people have gotten screwed over by having, like, that type of sex tape stuff and then publicizing it, and then it becomes an issue later. You can actually get jail time for that type of shit.
I mean, that's something to worry about. We worry about perhaps Meghan Markle's got a few of those out there that we should be concerned with. We'll have to ask Skippy.
We'll have to ask Skippy.
Update.
Just hope Skippy. We need a Skippy update at some point. That's what we.
Really you got anything else before we get out of here? Got to get going.
No, brother, that was fun. Let's upload this bitch, and we'll connect maybe at some point this week, and maybe you'll listen to the solo pod, and then I'll.
Oh, it's missing my fucking PlayStation account, so stand by for that. God damn it!
Yeah. So what happened? Real quick, you can't play PlayStation. What's going on?
I can't play PlayStation right now. I'll get into that next time. I'm about to deal with that bullshit, motherfuckers.
Yeah, take care of that shit. Right. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, that shit's free. You got to download that right now.
I already got it. I already paid for it. I already got it. I got it a long time ago. I'm a Call of Duty bitch. My KD's like solid. It's like 0.89. It's good on that game.
And on that note, have a good week, everybody.
Everywhere.